How's it going, everybody? This is Ryoki here, and well, welcome. This isn't my normal type of DFFOO content, and honestly, there's probably other better content creators out there doing, the exact same thing or giving their own opinion. And I'm not gonna say this is the hard facts. I'm not gonna say that this is the only way. This is just my opinion. This is some of my experience along with another friend's experience. And I do want to get into the fact that it is about the big new difficulty, Chaos, that is dropping on us actually next week of November 7th of 2019, if you're watching this from the future. Sorry guys, and girls, and brobos, maybe? I don't know. I do want to mention, oh, I just smacked my speaker, that I'm not going to be outright, spoiling brand new characters like X and Y and Z. I am going to be talking a little bit about a character that we will be receiving tomorrow night, called Charlotta. And I am going to legitimately talk about Chaos, what characters to bring, and what characters would be good for Chaos. While I would want to talk about EX Plus and how to work with it and how to, save your stuff, I feel like there's other better content creators out there that can easily explain it. Wait, I'm being told it's not called EX Plus anymore, it's called Realization? I mean, that just reminds me of Believe It from Naruto. Oh. Yeah, I need to stop being so cringe. I need to be serious. But seriously, there are other content creators out there that can easily do it a lot better than I can and talk about EX Plus and how to manage it and stuff like that. Anyways, what is Chaos and why do people fear it? Chaos is the big, bad, difficult that brings boss monsters to a brand new level. In fact, the level is 180 for the quest level. A lot of people might be scared already. Oh, it's not done yet. Each have their own mechanics, just like bosses do. And typically, Chaos difficulty says, max HP not high enough? Let's make it bigger! Defense is a useless stat? Let's make them tankier. They need sharper claws or strength? Let's let them punch characters through mountains Dragon Ball Z style. In essence, HP, defense, and attack are pretty high up there, and however, some, if not most, love to give themselves invisible auras, which, yeah, make them even stronger before. Like, dang, why are we even doing this? What's the point? And honestly, it's for the materials, and I'll briefly touch on that at the end of the video. But let's really talk about the main point of this. What characters should we try to bring to this? And honestly, it's not a lot. Ryo! Who should I use? I'm gonna get this phone call 3 to 4 times next week. From different people, or from the same people. You know who you are. I love you. I appreciate you. But listen up. I get it. Everyone has favorites. Some don't want to do meta. But Chaos isn't just a difficulty that you can bring favorites into an expected win. I'm bringing Yang. I'm gonna win this. No. No. Unless your favorites are meta, then well played. I can't fault you. And so, non-EX Plus or non-realization, screw it. EX Plus characters will be good for their own events, and there are some non-EX Plus characters that only have a base EX that are actually not bad. And those are the following characters in this list, so please keep in mind that this is an opinion. They may not work all the time, and there are a few stipulations via they have to have really good passives, they have to have at least all of their items, And yes, to the people that still ask me to this day, starting from the level 70 era, it's kind of a given that if they have an EX, they have a 15, they have a 35, they have an X or Y or Z, you need it. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts. Right. Moving into the thing, we'll start out with Ramza. Ramza actually offers a really nice attack stat, or attack aura, with Tenacity Resonance, the crystal level 68, I do believe, which could help your team hit a lot harder. And when paired with Warrior Light, they actually offer the team decent brave regeneration in a way. Considering that most of Ramza's auras apply for initial buff, you get to protect Ramza, and you know, the Brave and the HP stuff, the Brave Plus and HP Plus, really, well, Brave Plus actually, helps out with, you know, Brave regeneration and stuff. The battery, via the EX and the Brave Plus is a very useful thing, having on a attacker such as Ramza. Also, the Innervate frame debuff from Ramza's EX, giving attack, defense, speed down, is just amazing as well. Because, you know, what's better than trying to cripple a monster? Not literally a monster, but like something that's very, very powerful. So, Ramza is actually a very solid choice, and I highly suggest it, that people take a look, you know, at their Ramzas and go, is he spec'd up enough? So, next we'll talk about Charlotta, who is the lovely little cat girl, on the far right. Charlotta is a character who, at the writing of the script, has yet to come out, but is a very, very valuable pool. And I'm going to talk briefly about her, but she has Party Brave like no tomorrow. Her EX skill gives her a buff that she can increase the amount of HP damage the party does. So, oh look, you cap out at 36,782. You do more than that. And it's not an overflow, it's just an overall increase. Hey, keep that in mind. So even if you can't do enough Brave damage, you can still do really good HP damage. So I really, really suggest to people, take a look. Do you need someone like Charlotta? Obviously, I'm not going to tell you who to pull for, but I will recommend who you should take a look at. Next up, we'll have Selfie, who provides the party with Brave Battery, you know, via the wall, regeneration through drain, and even helps EX's charge a lot faster, I do believe by 20%, which allows you to use the more powerful skills EX more often, which allows you to essentially save up your abilities. And then Chaos is already a long drawn out fight, which helps longevity, which it's a really big and good cycle. However, unlike the other two, she's not the best turn efficiency wise, and she kind of wastes a couple of turns, which Chaos has some strict turn requirements. I would place her as a maybe, but still somewhat valuable. So, I mean, take that under consideration. We do have Dark Knight Cecil, which I know there's a couple of you going, what? Why is he there? He hurts himself. Bigger attack. He's dead. Not wrong. Not wrong. But Dark Knight Cecil actually has a pretty amazing Brave Battery on his Valiant Blow, his second skill. No, he doesn't. Oh yeah, that's right. Well, I should also mention the fact that Dark Knight Cecil, on the release of VX Plus via November 7th, will be receiving a rework. So, yeah! Yay! The Valiant's Blow skill, via the second skill, will be able to make him unleash a lot better damage during the chase sequence, and it just, honestly, free HP damage and especially if you couple him with Charlotta, I mean, it's a win-win, honestly, at that point. However, I do want to mention that Dark Knight Cecil is actually probably better used as a friend character than a permanent member on your team. So take this advice under consideration when building your team and selecting friend units. Last on this batch would be Null. Now, Null is a more recent character that we got, and he's actually got some pretty strong attack stats. He's also got a very valuable gravity via percentile shaving C65 or a free skill, as well as the ability to ignore defense on his EX skill, which, if you remember, Chaos has a very high defense. Screw you, Chaos, I'm Piercy. Which allows him to essentially output a lot of good damage, even when facing Chaos levels of defense. So he's a pretty solid choice overall, and honestly, I feel bad because, like, I have Null's everything, but I don't have the traits for him, so I might be doing that before Chaos. Yeah, who knows. But next up, we'll talk about these three. Now, you might be getting a little concerned, but it's alright. We do have Warrior Light, who is honestly still, hands down, one of the best choices for defense. And while Chaos makes the shield went from God tier, you can't touch me, to semi-plexiglass, so to say, with the monster's attacks being at a much stronger force, is what I guess I'll say here. Characters that can boost Warrior Light's initial Brave, such as Selphie or even Ramza, work actually very, very well hand in hand with Warrior Light, and just because of his shield scaling off initial Brave. So I would take that under consideration. I would also take the fact that you will have to refresh his shield a little bit more consistently to stop the breaks, because getting broken in Chaos, while it's not always the end of the world, could leave you in a very, very bad spot. Next up, we'll talk about Porom. Porom was one of those characters that I suggested to a lot of people out of the blue, of, hey, you might want to look into her. And laughs everywhere. Porom has a really, really neat mechanic, and that is like HP overflow and HP damage reduction. HP damage reduction actually helps against the HP attack heavy fights of Chaos, and she also provides the party with a very potent defense down via Cry, and a chance at confusion via Cry Plus. Also, a really strong stackable attack buff in the form of her Crystal level 50 passive White Mage's Talent, which you can get through artifacts, which you can make 6-star plus the original. She's not bad, and she can overflow your health. Really, really solid choice. Except for the fact that she's like Selphie, she's not the most turn efficient. While she does heal a lot, and she does Brave Battery a lot, it should mention that she herself hardly really does any attacking. So, consider that being a thing. Next up is our current Lost Chapters character in Dissidia Global, Leon. And Leon is amazing. He's awesome. He's great. He's also very terrible. What? You're contradicting yourself. What you doing there? I've been hyping this man up a bit. After I got it properly explained to me what he does and how it works, I went, oh, this is really good. Leon has a few rules. Does the Chaos resist darkness? Yes. Does the Chaos do Brave Elemental Brave attacks? Yes. Does it resist magic? Yes. Leon will fail. Any of those three that say yes, Leon will fail. Period. The reason why is because of his EX's buff. Dark Knight's Pride, I do believe what it's called. I'm not too sure. I have not actually received Leon's EX. Sorry, he does not get a plus. I should mention that. EX gives him a frame buff that makes the enemy's Brave's darkness and makes the party absorb darkness. So, with that being said, he can fill the role of tank and even Brave Battery without skill use. So he can use Brave attacks, HP attacks, while having his EX's buff in play. Keep that in mind. He is a very valuable character that can make Chaos easy. It can also make Chaos a lot harder by not having him around. It's... yeah. I do have my good friend Winter that suggested 2 extra characters, which I do not have slides for. I should have, but I did not. Which would be Sarah, who has a particularly useful attack down debuff, and in fact the double poison via the Ultima Arrow and the wound. It also ensures the fact that no boss really gets some cheap HP attacks in and kind of helps lower their bravery down. She also has a really good Brave Battery that will help out the team plenty and can dish out some decent damage. However, it should also be mentioned that Sarah is also one of the Curse 6. So keep in the mind that you will need those cursed artifacts to use her to her full potential. So Sarah is a big maybe for me. I have a lot of respect for Winter and Winter's choices. Sarah is a maybe for me, but I can definitely see where she is very, very valuable. Valuable, not malleable. That's 2 different things. Anyways, Realm is the other choice. Realm is currently a banner that will be ending tomorrow night at the posting of this video via October 31st, 2019. Realm is actually really great, and I do highly agree with this. You can target an enemy's weakness with the summon sketch via bringing in like Leviathan if the enemy is weak against water and just pelting them with water damage. Or you can use the sketch debuff to get free turns, because once an enemy uses their turn, Realm immediately pops up and gets to take a free turn. Which, amazingly, also, I should mention, does not usually reduce friend turn counts. I noticed that. I don't know if that's an actual thing or not, or maybe I was seeing things. Test it out, let me know, folks. But, getting back onto the actual facts, Realm can even break a boss via, like, using the sketch or having the time to use Bravery plus, sketch summon, or another sketch to stop the boss from going right into an HP attack or a big skill or stuff like that. So she's actually a really good disruptor. And her HP plus, while it gains minimal Brave, if you keep getting the Brave up, the free turns add up. Her second skill also comes in handy due to Blind, and Blind is actually a pretty big team changer. I've had a couple of times where Blind saves my life. So I don't know too much about Realm. I did a little bit of research and going off what the details of Winter gave me. So from what I hear, Realm's actually a pretty good choice, and if she does all this stuff, I would take a look into it. So but anyways, let's just get right back into what I do know, which is the encouragement that everyone will need, including myself, which is the Chaos fights. The Chaos Fights will reward players with the materials needed to upgrade the EX Plus. And you can get these by... Let me just say this. If you miss out on these, you miss out completely on the materials. Try. Keep in mind, you can get the materials just for clearing, not completing. I mean, you can get some for completing, obviously. But it's completely fine to take just the gem revive, or gem revives if you have to. Take the L and go from there. Right? That's pool resources. How dare you suggest that? It's fine. It'll be common in the early days. There's actually no shame in doing it if you honestly cannot spare anywhere from 1 to 500 gems. You're in a bad position anyways. Or you just have a really, really tight budget, and honestly, I'm sorry. There is no shame in doing the gem revives. I will be doing it myself. It's also okay if you can't complete the fight before the event ends. Yeah, you miss out on gems and tickets and stuff like that, but honestly, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be... You're gonna have a better roster of characters later on, and I can completely say, from my own personal experience, Chaos gets a bit better and easier once you get stronger and stronger characters. I do want to mention that Chaos is always growing. There's times that the Chaos's meta... meta swaps about, like making some characters that are just completely inept at doing anything do really good. There's also characters that are doing really good that do really bad. It's... just try. Just give it your best. Give it your all. And honestly, do what you can. Because in the end, you do need those materials in order to keep doing what you're doing. And honestly, if you don't try, you're pretty much just giving up. So do what you can. I wish everyone luck in the Chaos meta. I know I've rambled on quite a bit, and honestly, thank you if you stayed this long. If you have, put fight the chaos. Hashtag fight the chaos in the comment section. Remember to subscribe. Follow me over on twitch.tv. Leave a like if you liked it. If you didn't like it, tell me why. Honestly, tell me why. If you have other suggestions for characters or different reasonings on why other characters are better, please post them in the comments section below. Let's get some strategies going. I don't want to see people fail this. I really don't. I want to see people still playing this game, still having fun with it, but, you know, still completing events. So let's work together as a community. Let's do our best. And let's just have a good day. So keep it awesome, everyone. Greatly appreciate it. This is Ryoki, just gonna waddle off. Bye.